Good afternoon. Welcome to Sydenham Rugby's broadcast and live stream of the premier match in the Basic Transport Metro Premier competition between Sydenham Rugby and Christchurch Rugby. Tēnā koutou katoa, kia ora, bula vanaka, konnichiwa, and all that good stuff. Welcome to Sydenham's YouTube. I'm Asher Olliver. I'm sitting here with a man who has coached 7 years at St Andrews, 2 years at Midbury, 3 years at Christ College. A number, we can't even remember how long you've been coaching at Sydenham for, but 23 years all up, and you're a big Sydenham fan and a well respected and trusted community member of the Sydenham Rugby Club. It's my pleasure and honour to introduce as my comments man today, Gary Tibbots, aka Gazza. How are you doing today?
Yeah. Invited. Great, thanks, Ash. Very humble to be invited, and it's a pleasure to help you. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, it's so good to have you. We're going to have a bit of chit chat and back and forth and just enjoy the game. I think it's really exciting to be back after what's now a King's birthday weekend. And I've heard that you've had some experience with Kings and Queens in the past. Can you tell us a little bit about that there, Gary?
Yes. Not so much with Kings, Ash. Was when I did one of my 42 years in the police in Christchurch. I was on duty in uniform for Charlie and Lady Di, their visit, and the Queen's visit, and I was put as a bodyguard on the squad that looked after the 3 Prime Ministers.
Wow, that's amazing. I think, why don't we have a wave to the team out there? If you have a look at this camera here, we'll just say hi. Hello to everybody out there. Asher and Gary will just bring us up because we haven't showed you into our commentary booth yet, but here we are. This is what we look like. Back to the game. Yeah, so we've got a big match up today between Sydenham and Christchurch. Both have found themselves in the bottom 4 at the moment, so fighting for any points to get back up into the top 8, which of course go on to the preliminary finals in about 4 or 5 weeks. I guess we've all been watching Sydenham this season. Who are you looking forward to watching today, Gazza?
Well, I'm being a Sydenham man brought up in Sydenham. I'm always on Sydenham's side. Christchurch are one of those teams that you can never underestimate to pull one out of the fire. So, but I'm looking forward to seeing Ollie Ryan play at number 1 and
yes.
Ollie or Solomon Alamano at 15.
Oh, yes. And we can see they're just walking out now, led by Jack McLeod and Caleb Abrahama. Have a look over here.
Right.
There they go. I'll just bring up.
Jack McLeod was in our Cantabrians team that Bob Kerr coached. I was the manager of it, and Jack was one of the Sydenham reps in that team.
Yeah, he's really loved and respected member of our community as well.
Yeah.
He coaches the academy, and he's captain of the Premiers today. Plenty of experience, and obviously his dad is a well-known coach, and his brothers have played and coached here at Sydenham, and the McLeod family, just a great part of Sydenham rugby, really. And it looks like here comes Christchurch running out. So while they do, why don't I run you through some names, starting with the home side. It's from 1 to 22. I'll just rattle them off. Got Ollie Ryan at 1, hooker Antonio AJ Abdulal, number 3 Harris McRobbie, number 4 Tumama Tu'alua, number 5 Caleb Abrahama, number 6 Max Nartaki. Starting at open side today, Josh Jones, one of 3 McDonald brothers, Ethan McDonald at 8, we've got the Sydenham long lifetime members at 9 and 10, Max Hughes and Jack McLeod, and another junior to senior, Brigham Rewai Couch on number 11. On the other wing, we've got Caleb McDonald with Ruben Alliston at second 5 today. He'll be running it straight, I'm sure. Curtis McDonald at 13 and Soli Alemalo at 15. A lot to look forward to in the reserves as well. We've got Jay Smith coming off at hooker. Connor O'Brien at 17. Cody Delica 18. Corbin Harding, Ramika Paraki, Sasu Tanuai, and Seb Flynn making up the rest of the reserves as we look to get into the first half here. Very exciting. And we kick off. Jack McLeod kicks us off here at Sydenham Park, playing. Oh, there's a charge down early. See if anyone's onto that. It looks like Christchurch have picked it up. They're looking to play it a little bit safe here to exit their own half, I think. Not going to plan early. And there's the exit there. Hasn't gone out though. Sydenham have a chance to counter-attack. There's McLeod to Alemalo. Alemalo pass to Caleb McDonald. He's got his brother on his outside. He's running straight into him. Looks like he's just knocked the ball on there. And we'll go into our first scrum of the game. Fast start to the game, Geza.
Yeah, look, it didn't look game there. It wasn't that not on at the end there. They could have well gone up the train line and dotted down.
Going up the train line indeed. Well, they set up this scrum. I'll just introduce you to the forwards from Christchurch. We've got Kaylee Vaimaki, Salosi Rover, and Dale Johnson in the front row. Second row, we've got Dominic Brankin, Riley Ashby, and flankers Jack Stokes, Sam Laurie, and Zach Landon Lane as the scrum engages. Looks like it's held up a bit there, but Christchurch do have it, and they crash in the midfield. Just a comment on the weather out here. It's cold with a slight overcast, a little bit of sun on the field today. It's really good rugby conditions, I'd say. The groundsmen have done a great job. Not too much of a wind. What would you say that direction is looking at the top of the flag post, Geza?
Yeah, they're not moving much, but I would say it'd be down towards the left-hand corner. The hill corner would be an advantage for a pitch.
Yeah. Sydenham just heading up through the forwards now, going from left to right. Max Hughes past to McLeod. McLeod to Abdalal. He puts a little right foot step on and offloads the ball to his number 8, Ethan McDonald. Sydenham take the ball quick. Max Hughes goes for a dart. Oh, he just slips over and is taken in there. 15 metres out from the line here, Sydenham. Gaining momentum. Very efficient dart from Max Hughes. Just got the ball in the midfield there. It's too exciting. I wanted to ask you about I've heard there's a rumour you had a pig at the game once, Gary.
Yeah, that was no rumour, Ash. My nephew found a baby pig at 4 o'clock in the morning wandering on the Summit Road, and it Tooney, and he picked it up, and he said, "Oh, do you want to look after it for the day?" So I said, "Yeah, I'm going to watch rugby at Sydenham Park," and I put it on a dog lead and put it in the car, and I'll never forget a little kid said to me, "What dog is that, mister?" I said, "It's a big dog." And he said, "Oh, that's nice, if it's not over his head." But when the players, the line out, pointed out, I thought I'd better get rid of it, because the referee had a word for me. But it was, it was quite a little thing until it found the acorn. And I reckon it must have eaten every acorn in Sydenham Park. then I was worried it was going to throw up or the opposite in the car. I was home.
Ooh, took it home and looks like Sydenham couldn't quite get home there. Christchurch have escaped by the skin of their teeth, just grubbering a loose ball off the back of the scrum from Sydenham. Sydenham do have the throw in here. Just inside the 10-metre line. Sydenham go front to Ngātaki, and they're off to a pod in the middle of the field. Looks like a bit of a knock on there. Ref hasn't seen it. Yes, he has. Christchurch get the spoils here. But
Nice to see a line out jumper take the ball off the top. Straight off the top to the halfback.
How do you coach line-outs, Gary? How would you approach them?
Yeah, same sort of thing. Quicker the jumper can go up and get the ball down to the halfback. And the whole work of a line-out, in my view, is the work of the lifters. If the lifters got it right, they give the jumper an armchair ride.
Well, here we go. Scrum collapses. I'll just take this opportunity to read the backs for Christchurch, as I did half my job before. Number 9, we've got George McLean. Fly half, Mitchell Barry. On the wings, we've got Arden Ongley and Benjamin Meads. In the centres, we've got Connor Waterston Spencer and Caleb Ford Fraser. And at the back, Jackson Taylor. Just as they set up, I'll rattle off the substitutes. We've got Charlie Barrett at reserve hooker, Jack Bryant and Tom Mulcair. We've got in the reserve flanker, Arthur Gladstone, and the reserve backs, Devon Lawson, Connor Mahan and Bailey Taylor. Here come Christchurch on the wing on the far side now. Putting it through the hands. They're going more than one pass at the moment. Looks a bit of a switch back to the short side. And they've lost the ball. Advantage to Sydenham. Sydenham have a chance for a counter-attack now. Ooh, wide ball out to Ngātaki on the wing. He's got Curtis McDonald on his outside. Lets it go, but Curtis had a man right on him. Max Hughes is there for some quick ball. Taxes it to McLeod. McLeod to McRobbie. Robbie to Ethan McDonald. Ethan McDonald's attacking just under the post. They're about 5 metres out at the moment. Some good attack from Sydenham. And it looks like no one's marked on the wing. Brigham Rewai Couch in the corner and a try to Sydenham. Good team try.
Yep.
What did you like in that, Gary?
What I liked was the quick passing from the half straight through. Except I've never been a favourite of long lobbing passes. Those are the ones that interceptors get paid for.
Yeah.
They can read the ball while it's in the air and know where it's going to land. And but in that case, he had 3 or 4 men spare and chose the long pass.
Yeah, a few long passes, but Christchurch not quite tall enough to bring them out, so Sydenham have done well there. Yes, Max Hughes surely is getting the ball from the rucks quick today. Maybe he's had a word from the coach, don't know. Sydenham look determined today to put some points up and get back into that top 8.
It's amazing you say about the passing. Like, in training, you never see long passes thrown in training. All goes from player to player out to the wing, and that's beautiful to watch. And even in a game, back that are passing crisply and quickly, a pleasure to watch.
It was a pleasure to watch that try from Sydenham too. Looks like he can't actually tell if he got that or not. Get an updated score for you soon. So, Pig at the park. And bit of royalty.
I think it actually, I heard later from the next one that they taken it up for a couple of years and it made Christmas dinner as guest appearance.
Are we allowed to say that?
Well, it was the main guest, put it that way.
Yeah, the main guest. Love it. Yeah, it's good to have you on today as well. Thanks. I've been chasing you down for weeks to get you to give me some comments on the games. But for those who have been enjoying, it was great to have Donnie Bell in the Integrity Unit last week. And I can tell you now, as a little preview, next week we have Centurion and a 50-cap player, none other than Kieran Lindsay and Dan Franson running the commentary next week. So that's something to look forward to. And if you like Kieran Lindsay or Dan Franson, leave us some comments in the comment section. Not moving out of the ruck, so Sydenham get to kick there just behind the 10-metre line. Looks like they'll go try and put this somewhere in the 22 to get an attacking line out. Ball didn't go too far. Sydenham right on the 22 here with the throw-in. And they go middle front into a maul. Max Narataki takes the ball nicely. Abdulal's got it at the back. He goes for a wee dart, but is caught pretty strongly by the look like the halfback from Christchurch there. McLean doing some work. And Christchurch get out of there with a kick. Got some more information on you, Gaz. I've heard you like to go to Gore Bay for holidays.
Gore Bay is my happy place. The cell phone coverage there is very limited, so you don't get people ringing you up asking you to do something for them, or relatives trying to borrow something, your chainsaw or your mower. And Gore Bay is a lovely place to, even at my age, I can body surf with my grandson and have the time of their life.
Someone who isn't having the time of life right now is AJ Abdulal. You see there on your picture there. Looks like he's had a bit of grief. The reserve hooker is listed as Jay Smith for Sydenham, so they're a bit light on hookers at the moment. Jimmy Mullen, I think, had a small injury in training, a wee niggle he's staying out for. So we're hoping he gets up to walk, otherwise there's potential we go to Golden Oldies. I'm not sure if Ollie Ryan or Harris McRobbie can play hooker.
Mind you, Jay Smith will be all right there because most hookers nowadays, when the ball's put in, they couldn't tell you what make the ball is because they actually don't see it.
They're closing their eyes and pushing hard.
Well, the ball goes in between the back of the hookers and the front of the top. So, pretty spot on.
Here we go. He's on to one knee now. Doing a lot better.
I can say one thing, Ash, I noticed about senior rugby, and I noticed about all rugby. I'm old school, unfortunately. Players with their socks down. I cannot get used to players with their socks down. And I noticed Ollie Ryan's got his up, and the winger number 14's got his up, Caleb McDonald. They're the only two in the Sydenham pack I can see.
You know what I just see? I just saw Jay Smith going to throw the ball in.
Well, that would be,
Abdulal's off, and Jay Smith's playing hooker. What a sight. And here comes Sydenham on the attack. Man, you couldn't write it.
he's pretty handy with anything. Eh? He delivered things to my house when I moved into Perth, and Harry the Swift did.
Did he carry it in by himself? I can
Well,
imagine.
you couldn't see him. It just looked like a fridge with legs. But he's pretty handy.
He himself is a bit of a fridge with legs. He's strong. He's hard built, isn't he?
Yes.
I think he was actually on this commentary team 2 weeks ago with Donnie Bell on the comments, just like you are today. So
Good.
another great club man. And I shouldn't only talk about him. It's just so funny to see him. He's been so involved. He's back out there playing, and he's playing hooker of all things. Next week he'll be in the wing. And Christchurch get the ball off the line out. Look to crash midfield. No, they're going wide. Bit of a backs move here, and they have created space themselves. Winger comes to a stop, cuts in, and they clean out. Here's McLean with a good ball out. Oh, it's been stolen here. And off goes Abrahama down the middle. He's going all the way. The wing's on him, pulls him down, and it's a try!
Beautiful.
From Vice Captain Abrahama, organising next week's out to the races Sydenham Ball. He'll be happy with that.
It's as good as try as you'll see in any game of rugby by a lock forward.
That had shades of Sam Whitelock back in 2014 running through the Reds. That was that impressive. He's pretty fast when he gets to top speed.
But he didn't wear his sock up. It would have looked more professional.
They fell down. Maybe they fell down when he was running. I don't know.
It's just the thing I have, Ash, with, like, comes
It's-
under the headline of pride.
Yes.
Pride in your club and your mate and your pride in your team. There's another young fella who I've got a lot of admiration for in the Sydenham team, and that's young Flynn.
Seb Flynn?
Yeah,
Yep.
I wish I have asked him if before I die I can see him play with his sock up, and he's promised me he will. But I've played rugby against Flynn's and Golden Oldies, and I've played I've refereed the Flynn's, and you haven't refereed until you've refereed a Flynn. Because the comments about your hierarchy, about your where you come from, are pretty clear, really.
I hope he pulls his socks up today. And I completely agree with you about the pride. I think, you wear... I think for some of those boys out there as well, it's even having their shirt tucked in.
Yeah,
They're not... It's their on-field suit, if you like.
Well, I always put it down when I coach kids. I've never coached higher than under 18. I've coached kids, and I've always put forward the word PAD, P-A-D, pride, attitude, and discipline. And they speak for themselves. Pride in your club, team, attitude, yourself, get you into jail and keep out of it, and discipline to your parents and your teammates.
Good tackle from Rewire Couch there. Set Christchurch on the back foot there. They've got the ball and they're in Sydenham's half. This is the first time we've seen them attacking from this position. Ball illegally held onto in the ruck there, and Christchurch getting a penalty to really attack now. Look, you expect them to kick into the 22.
Ollie Ryan was asking the referee the question, and it's a Ryan. I remember playing or refereeing Bernie, and Bernie was always asking the referee's pedigree.
I think that pride, attitude, and discipline is a great one that we should share around. You've told me before as well on the side of the field you used to coach a team that went by the name, I think it was the Buffaloes.
Yeah, that was when I came back to Sydenham the year before last, and under 14, and a great bunch of kids, and 90% of them now at Cashmere
Playing
High.
for Cashmere now, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I looked up Buffaloes, and I thought that's the team name that they Buffaloes. If you go on YouTube, you'll find that they always they never turn their back on the prey if they're being stalked, and they never turn their back in the wind, because they're if you read about it, they're light on the ground with hair covering their rear end, so naturally all their hair is in the front, and that's why they face into the wind. Which go to the rugby team, you don't turn your back on the opposition.
No, and I think our team Sydenham's doing a good job at the moment there. Well, the ball was in general play. You could see the Sydenham players were up and just standing next to the Christchurch players. So every time they tried to pass, there's a Sydenham player already on them. And they're just really been a pest. Well, Christchurch are in their own half, I think. I can just see the scoreboard now. I've got it wrong. It's 14-0. They did get that first kick over. Well done to Jack McLeod. Here comes Christchurch on an attacking scrum, but it looks like Sydenham have hooked it. Ethan McDonald goes on a dart. He's broken free. It's a great run from him. Can he link up with anyone? He's isolated. No, there goes McLeod playing halfback. He picks and goes, and the teams have caught up with them now. A big wide ball, Gary. You'll hate that.
Not many Christchurch defenders. So in that case, it's probably the best choice.
We've got a developing story here about big, long, wide passes. I'd love that story about the buffalo, by the way.
Well, that was just an idea I had, and I looked for something that was big and large and mean, and that was the logical choice. Like players with their socks up there, the buffaloes are a dying breed.
Right. Yep. See who's got their socks up there. Yeah. I mean, then you've got players like Hughes there. I mean, he doesn't have his socks up, but he's played for Sydenham his whole life.
Oh, and that's right. Yeah.
He has his shirt tucked in. Maybe he's trying to give them less to hold on to. I don't know. And then, of course, there on pictured there, we've got Caleb McDonald. He's not got his socks up, but he's got some ankle skins on, they call them.
Looks just as good.
Just as good.
I'll buy that.
I can hear Chris Staunton's voice saying, I don't like the black. He likes the white.
Helen King and I would have a bit of a throwback halves wouldn't allow soccer to be pulled up. So even suggested we needed two pair together, but it didn't work out.
Shout out to Callum King if you're watching. Be good to see you come and play again. I know you're doing your MMA things. Here we go. Josh Jones runs in the corner. And another try for Sydenham.
They just stood them back, made that look easy. And
yeah.
3 or 4 Christchurch defenders had the opportunity to tackle, but just chose to watch what was happening in front of them. Jack McLeod taking his contusion.
Jack McLeod, yep. He looks like he's brought his kicking boots today as well. I thought, might as well mention, after the game, we will be in the Sydenham Rugby Club, formerly known as the Sydenham Bowls Club, on the field. So everybody's welcome to come, junior, senior, mums, dads, girlfriends. Come enjoy some speeches from 5 o'clock, and then the team speeches at 5:30 for all our senior teams. And I'm sure the game will be on as well. Crusaders versus Fiji and Drua, which is exciting to think about as well. Isn't it great we can just watch rugby all day in this country, Gazza.
Oh, well, yeah, most of my Saturdays start with, reading the morning paper and all the rugby from Friday night. Then go and watch the teenage game, and then watch the senior game, and then you go to the park and watch the Crusaders or Canterbury play. Yeah.
That one's over too. That's 21-0 to Sydenham. Just the start they wanted, I think. Might have a look at the scores around the ground while I'm at it. It's 0-0 between Belfast and Burnside. High school old boys are tied with New Brighton at 5-5. 7 to Linwood and 3 to Vikings. That's over at Burwood Park. And at University of Canterbury, Sumner Wave are in front, 12-5. Those can be some big ding-dong battles. Any game with University of Canterbury, who are a very exciting team to watch this year. Oh, yeah. Not an orthodox question, Gazza, but if you couldn't pick Sydenham, who would be your next favourite team to watch in the club scene?
Probably, yeah, dare I say it, probably Linwood, because in my time in the police, we actually had, we formed a Christchurch police team, but they wouldn't let us play as the Christchurch police. We had to affiliate with the club, and for 3 years we affiliated with Linwood. And so we were known as Linwood Police. And we went 3 years. We started off in the junior grade, which was probably equivalent of our Colt. And the second year we got put up to senior B, which is Div 2. And we played 2 years Div 2. And the first year in Colt, we actually won the competition.
Oh, amazing.
And the second and third year we were Div 2. And because of guys being transferred and being like, one game we played against Shirley, we were just about to run on the field and there's one of the fingers fall out and we lost 5 players. And the police car came down the main street, down the road at Burwood Park, and 5 players hopped in their rugby gear and went to an armed fingers fall out.
Wow.
There's another Sydenham try which made it look easy, didn't it?
Yeah, Curtis McDonald, who I believe is in the Crusaders Academy, has just found open space and run half the field right to the post.
It looked easy though. I mean, there didn't seem to be much defence, did there?
No. Christchurch would need to stick their tackles a little bit harder if they're going to claw some points back in this match. Still got another 10 or so minutes of the first half as well. Should be like bread and butter for Jack McLeod, who has a little bit of a stretch and takes it over. 28-0 to Sydenham.
So playing as Linwood Police, Ash, it was quite entertaining because some of the teams you played against had some of your clients in them. And I remember our clients, I remember we lined up against the Sydenham Div 2 team, which included 3 epitaph riders with
So, when you were playing as the police, do you find that other teams respect you or have a go at you?
Oh, like I say, there were some of your clients playing against you, and especially in the days of the epitaph riders motorcycle gang, just guys, they didn't get a bit of their own back. But they were pretty good, I have to say.
So I remember a couple of years ago as well, the last time I saw you doing sort of a security thing with my own eyes, you had the Brumbies come over and you took some of the Sydenham premiers over to train with them.
That's right. I probably shouldn't mention this in front of Christchurch, but they said to me, I was their liaison officer, and they said, all right, we need 3 or 4 senior players to train with the Brumbies. And they said, oh, we'll go to the Christchurch club because they've got the most efficient players. And I said, no, we'll get them from Sydenham. Called in about that. And I said, well, leave me, I'm the liaison. And I rang Mike Herring and I said, look, to their advantage, those 4 players turned up. They got given a full set of Brumbies gear for helping them out, and they really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think it was Brigham, Rewa Couch, Sam Franklin,
Yeah.
Blair Ryle, and Jack McLeod, I think, went as well.
They did, and they enjoyed every minute of it. You know, and what a great opportunity to play with playing with a super team.
I see it as similar to the Ball Boys running out with the premiers before the game today.
Yeah.
They get just being around.
Yeah.
It's inspiring.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I remember Brigham telling me they were fast. You think, yeah.
Well, Sam Franklin asked me for weeks after if there was any contract going with him. Really, no, but I didn't get into that.
Shout out to Sam Franklin if you're watching the stream. Yeah, so if you are watching the stream right now, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell. We love seeing your comments and we love your support to spread the good news of Sydenham Rugby. I think, chuck in your comments of what do you think, what's Gaz's best story been so far? It's obviously not every day we get to sit down with you and do this. So yeah, it's really good, and hopefully there's more to come.
Well, absolutely. Pleasure to be asked.
Can you tell me about, were you at last year's final?
Yes.
So you might have seen that final compared to the 90s last time Sydenham won back in 1999 as well. What do you think of it? Was there anything different you saw?
Yeah, I thought last year's final was an occasion to be proud of. The support for the Sydenham team, the game they played was outstanding. The crowd support and the team players from all grades that went up there and supported it. It was an occasion compared to, say, Lancaster Park a few years ago when the ground's so big that the support wasn't noticed. That was great. So I just...
Well, yeah, Caleb McDonald. Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry, Caleb McDonald has done a huge counter-attack, body swerving run on a huge arc from right to left, and just linked up with his brother in the centre, Curtis McDonald, who's scored again. He's on the verge of a hat trick here, and looks like Sydenham are going to run away with it.
Yeah, and to be fair, the Christchurch back defence is really not there at the moment. There doesn't seem to be any tackles.
It's a young Christchurch team.
Yeah.
I heard a few weeks ago they played a game with less than 100 caps on the field, and experience does help a lot in these games. I think you've got guys. The forwards will just do the forwards work, and the Indians will just be the Indians, and you can leave the captain to do all the talking. And I think this Christchurch team is the first year with this young side. They'll still be working it all out and finding what it's like to be in this Premier competition. Of course, it's been a very close competition for years. I've certainly enjoyed watching it every week. And it's as hard to pick as rugby league. Go the Warriors, by the way.
It's another magnificent kick by Jack McLeod. He just seems to plot it with ease. He doesn't seem to put a lot of, not a big run, but just great. Been over
Yep, 35-0 to Sydenham in the first half. Just 5 minutes to go, I think. Christchurch go deep this time. And the ball's back with Caleb McDonald. After that big arcing run, he hits it up. The tradition of letting the try scorer or the guy who set up the try has continued. He has the first run back. Jack McLeod exits and takes it about halfway, about 25 metres down the field. Stopping for a wee bit of an injury to a Christchurch player here. Just looks like he is substituting for player number 21. Let's see his number there.
Be a hard name to live up to.
Yeah.
Benjamin Mead, you'd probably put your hand up to a rally even if you weren't, wouldn't you?
So number 21, Connor Mahan's come on.
Christchurch really haven't travelled anywhere near 22.
Is that a forward pass? Yeah. Sydenham get a scrum in the 10-metre line. Christchurch do need to start stringing a few passes together. I think they might be a little bit holding out for half-time.
Referees have got a big advantage today of having communication with the judge. Some of the passes that you miss, some of them very clear and you know, that's the way to do as well.
Almanalo taking there just close to the halfway line now. Next two feeds his forwards. Abrahama takes it up. There's Alamalo pretending to throw a long pass. Must be listening. So Gore Bay's a relaxing place, but it must be feeling pretty good to see your Sydenham side up 35-0.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, well, you know, the way they're playing, they can double that if they want to. And what better team than Christchurch to double it with?
Yep, Christchurch actually got over Sydenham last year in the championship winning year at Christchurch. I think it was the one team they lost to the whole year.
You know,
A different team. They had a Dallas McLeod and Will Goulter playing for them at the time as well.
Christchurch has always been up in that top 4-5 teams that are traditionally
Here they go. They've strung some passes together here. There goes the substitute. Mahan. Christchurch have the ball in midfield. Long pass. A little bit of a kick to the corner there. Who's there? Oh, I just can't get it. Christchurch not quite working for them now, but they do have the advantage. Looks like they'll kick touch here. Jay Smith at hooker.
Not right build. He always had the hooker build. Hookers really don't have to do much to hook the ball anymore.
Christchurch get the ball from the back of the line out and they set up a maul here. Maul twists, but Christchurch still got it. They're going steady. This is good work from Christchurch. Pushes about 10 metres. They're 5 metres away from the line here. Sydenham are desperately trying to get in behind it. Christchurch could go over. They're close. Are they held up? Oh, the ball looks to be held up there. That's a big advantage for Sydenham. It's really not worth it these days to be pushed over and held up. The ball gets turned over so easily. There's no 5 metre scrum. It's goal line dropout. Did you put that down to maybe the lack of experience in the forwards? They were so close.
Yeah, I think they could have done a better job here and got the ball sort of to the back of the ball. I was lucky enough to be at Bill Bush's book launch on Thursday night, and he said he would have scored a lot more tries in his day if that rolling maul had been allowed to happen.
A bit of force back going on here. What would you say if you're the Christchurch coach right now heading into halftime, Gary?
I would be saying they're not committing enough players to the breakdown, firstly, and
They go hit Brigham Riwa couch there just to save the day. Calls a mark. The ref says it's taken back. Christchurch have the ball again. No. Ends in the ruck, I think.
I think Christchurch defence would be something that could,
yeah.
I certainly would be looking at the tackling of the inside back and players to the breakdown. I think you're leaving 2 or 3 players to do the hard yards. In fact,
Sydenham with a quick tap here. Ball with Alimalo goes out to Curtis McDonald, who's tearing down the wing. He's having a blinder of a game today. Oh, taken a bit high there. Ref's called advantage. Pulled on the shoulders. You can't do that in rugby. Is that Jay Smith having a dart?
Flying football, yeah.
Ethan McDonald. There we go. Sorry, we're in the same coloured headgear. Hughes taxis it. Ball's said to go backwards. Who's this going to run in? Ethan McDonald. We could have a try from all of them today. Ref's going to his touchies. What are they saying? Try. What a way to finish the half for Sydenham.
Mike Herring sprinting over there.
They could see a cricket score here today. They're going for the kick here. So that must be bringing us to half time, is it? It's been great having you on.
Oh, I've really enjoyed it.
Have you got any last thoughts and comments about Sydenham and the game? Anything you want to share? Any last story you want to tell?
Oh, no, not really. It's good to be watching the old red and blue play, and my time in the Sydenham club from under 5 stone 10B up until under 18 was under 20 was when I played with the Howard boys and Colin King and all the Callaway and all the stalwarts of the club. We still look back and tell our grandkids how good we were.
That's awesome. It's great that you've been with us the whole time as well.
It's been a pleasure, mate.
But yeah, thank you so much, Gary. You're much appreciated. And we'll go over to halftime now, and we'll see you around the grounds and see you after the game at the Sydenham Bowls Club. Thank you, Gary.
Thanks, Ash.
Yeah. Welcome back to the second half of the Basic Transport Metro Premier competition between the Sydenham Rugby and Christchurch Rugby. Gaza has left, Gary Tibbots is gone, and it's my pleasure to introduce a champion premier from the winning team from last year. We've got Nick Foxley with us. Apologies for the stream just going out there for a second. We got a technical issue here. I might have to run out to my cameraman now. Oh no. You know what? I'll replace myself with my 13-year-old nephew. So hang on a second.
No, it's all right. I'll start. Sydenham just finding the edge there. And a great break down the side by Caleb McDonald. Slight knock on. So scrum here to Christchurch.
A decent run. Christchurch. Nice pass.
Yeah, solid beef there from Sydenham.
Yeah.
And the live stream is back up. Big tackle there from Sydenham. Christchurch aren't really going anywhere here. Oh, but then they've been let off. Penalty there.
And I pushed the button.
Ends in the ruck, I think.
And then went to north. It says, yeah, he moved the memory card.
If it doesn't again, we just won't record.
Yeah.
But just keep the camera on, so I can record it from my laptop. Good work.
Good exit there from number 10, Mitchell Barry for Christchurch.
Yeah. If it does it again, turn it on, cancel it, just don't record, and I'll film it from there. But I need to go back. Okay. Sorry.
Line up for Christchurch. Oh, Sydenham hits it.
Good steal there.
Yeah.
I think it was Kumama. Exit by Jack McLeod. Great break through the middle by Josh Jones. Sydenham on the ascendance. Oh, stolen from Max Hughes' hands there.
I'm back. Might be having technical issues. Not winning there, but we are winning on the ground. So let's get back into it. How's the game going, Nick? Not too bad, eh?
Not too bad. Yeah, we held them in their own 22 there. They struggled to get out Christchurch. So I think as was predicted before the game, Sydenham on top.
Yeah, they're doing really well. backs are really linking up behind. Those McDonald brothers just have that family connection that they just keep supporting each other. And of course, 3 tries between the brothers so far, which is pretty impressive. But they do have a good ratio, you know. They're
Well,
1/5 of the team on the field.
exactly.
Yeah.
They've got a great chances of scoring tries.
Got any brothers or sisters that you've ever played rugby with?
My older brother, he is about 7 years older than me. I've only played with him once. He had to full time on his rugby career. But it was great playing. We played sevens together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just one tournament was great.
That's where you get the speed from, I think.
Yeah, he was an outside back too, so probably he was a bit quicker than me. But yeah,
I'm not sure if you're introduced when I ran out there to the cameraman, but who have we got here as our guest commentator?
we have my wee 4-year-old daughter Adeline with us. So
I can
she's
actually put us on camera for a second here, just so you know what you're looking
come
at.
to say hi.
Say hi. Well, back to the game. Yeah, we've got a young commentary team here today. We're all giving it our best shot.
Yeah, back to the game. Here we go.
Big crash in midfield.
To Ethan McDonald again.
Meter eater.
Big carry by Jay.
Jay Smith and hooker. Man, we talked about that in the first half. What a sight to see.
Well, he'll be chopping all day, but I'm not sure how the line-out throws will go. We'll see.
Bring him really well couch, showing some good power through the leg drive there. And Sydenham getting the ball out very quickly from the rucks today. Is that something you've been working on in training, Nick?
Yeah, we've been doing a lot actually. Lots of work on the breakdown, trying to get our entries right and just get that speed a bit quicker. Seems to be working today.
And Jake McLeod, who's about to kick, put his kicking boots. He'll be looking to get to into the 22 and get one of those rolling mauls going again. It's one of the only places, I say this all the time, but one of the only places in rugby where you actually get momentum. Physically, once the thing is moving, you have to throw so many numbers behind it to stop it. And it gets so ugly after that. It's just the rolling maul's just a cheat code for rugby, isn't it?
100%, especially at this level when there could be a massive difference in weight between the two packs. So once you get rolling, we showed it with us against a couple of other teams. I think it was New Brighton, where once they got rolling, we just couldn't stop them.
Yep. Yeah, they've got some serious power there. Any background noises are welcome from our young commentary team. It's like you're at the field. The whole crowd's here. So Sydenham again attacking in Christchurch's half. Sorry, it's Christchurch scrum. They'll be looking to exit.
I think we've just had a substitute there. I think it's
Yep.
Paramaka on for Max Hughes.
There's an ongoing debate of who the best singer is of all time at Sydenham Rugby. I know a couple of names put forward are Raimika Paraki and Gibson Popoliti. If you could let us know in the comments of the video who is the best singer at Sydenham Rugby, we'd love to know, and for future lip sync competitions as well, we're looking to bring back. Lip sync, one of those famous events we have at Sydenham where all teams get involved from juniors to seniors. Next week we've got an event, first real big social one of the year as well. The Off to the Races black tie Sydenham ball. You looking forward to that, Mr. Foxley?
I am actually. It's good to get away from the kids sometimes. So yeah. Oh, Caleb McDonald with another good break down the sideline.
He'll be looking to score more tries than his brother.
Oh, here we go, the McDonald show.
What a body swerve. That's his signature. Throws the ball on the ground when he scores a try. Big bounce. McDonald. I think, honestly, he looks the angriest of the McDonald brothers. Curtis has got an attitude, but man, Caleb looks like he'll kill you. I don't know if I could say that on.
He definitely gets fired up for the game.
Yeah.
I wonder who's they're finding it out, the brothers, who's going to take player of the match at the moment, who's scored the most tries.
That's 2 for Curtis, 2 for Caleb, 1 for Ethan. I can see, I can imagine them trying to go for a try later on in this half and just not passing and not getting it.
Well, they're both on their hat tricks, those two, and it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, like you say, if one's got the ball and going for a try and the brother's outside, if he actually decides to pass it or not.
47-0, close to a cricket score here. Quick go around the grounds. Over from Jack McLeod. Last time I checked, Belfast and Burnside were 0 in the first half. It is now 12-0 to Belfast. Sorry, terrible English. 12-0 to Belfast over at Sheldon Park, the Snake Pit. It's also 12-8 to High School Old Boys over New Brighton at Old Boys. That was 5-all last time we checked. Linwood are over Vikings at the moment at Burwood Park, 28-9. And University of Canterbury have held Sumner scoreless in their second half so far, 33-12 to UC over Sumner. Back to the games. Christchurch look to get numbers to this ruck. Looking like some tired legs out there. They've played end-to-end stuff in this game. No avail for Christchurch point. Shout out to Travis, my one and only Christchurch friend. Sorry, I didn't grow up on that side of town. If you're watching, how you doing, mate? Yes, I did too.
I've met those for Div 2s too. Shane Young, shout out to him. I've actually played with Christchurch as fly half first 5 today at Bulberry. Up in Tasman, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you played in a few teams over the last couple of years. Tell us where you've been around the world.
So I was up in the lovely sunny Nelson, Tasman region for 5 years, and played my code for Nelson Rugby Football Club up there. Tap, oldest club in New Zealand. Well, I've got to say that now today too, because Christchurch are here and they always claim they are, but no, I played football first.
That's why they're Christchurch Rugby Football Club.
No, they're Christchurch Football Club.
They are Christchurch Football Club. No rugby in it.
No, not at all. So I don't know how they can make that claim. So yeah, played great 5 years with them. Won a few titles up in Tasman.
Wow.
And played with a host of superstars up there. Very fortunate. Somehow they all came to us, and then they went on to the Crusaders.
Who'd you get to play with?
Ethan Blackadder was
Wow.
came through our
He's
our
on
club.
tonight too, off the bench.
Yeah, I know. Great to see him back, actually.
Yeah, oh, he's electric.
He's had a bit of a bad season with injuries, and it's great to see him back on the field. Hopefully stake his claim for the All Blacks.
I wouldn't want to walk into him in a dark alley.
Oh, you don't. He's big. It looked like it was a bit not straight, but referees let that play on.
Yep. So Blackadder, who else you play with? Richie McCaw.
Oh, nah. Actually, the boy that's moving over to Toulon, reportedly, Lester Whanganuku. A few games with him.
Nice. He also played for Sydenham.
Yeah, played with a few boys of actually, and his brother actually, Tima Whanganuku. So played with both of them, who both played for Sydenham.
Famous for playing one game for Sydenham, one win, one try.
Oh, there you go.
Against Lincoln Uni. Oh, I remember that. Love to beat them. They're hard.
Oh, we've always got a good rivalry against them. Other players, Quinn Strange, another Crusader.
Yeah, he's a big man too.
Yeah, they all come through Nelson Boys, and then they go to Nelson Rugby Football Club, and then they come to the Crusaders somehow.
That's the way the wind blows.
Anyway, we made my way down here, and unfortunately got injured in my first season for what should have been my first season for Sydenham, and then wound up playing one game for Rakaya as I moved down as a local, so I could go play some Heartland footy for Canterbury.
Mm.
It was a hell of a lot of fun, actually.
What are the Rakai team called? The Eels?
I know, just retire, actually. But, yeah, it was totally different type of code down in the country there.
Oh, it's the salmon, isn't it, that they've got there? The big statue. So
Yeah,
I'm mixed
must
up.
be.
I was at Gore on the weekend. They got the brown trout. I
Yeah,
get
they
them
got-
mixed up.
Yeah, I think it's... Oh, I don't know. I can't remember.
I think it's a big.
I only spent
Salmon.
one game there.
Yeah.
Half
No,
a game,
I used to watch it because I came out and helped out with their filming.
Yeah, I remember that's where we first met down there at the Mid Canterbury when you were filming our games.
Shout out to Tanya Derns, Marie, and everyone who runs Mid Canterbury. Great organisation there, and it's just getting better and better every year.
Yeah, and good luck to them in the Heartland season.
Looks like Seb Flynn's on. I just missed to see if his socks are pulled up. Gary Tibbots was saying that he doesn't have that much longer in this lifetime, but one thing he asked of Seb Flynn was to play one game with his socks pulled up. So
Might, hopefully it gives him a bit more speed and get a few tries today.
look at that. Just backing it on it. Okay. Just can't get over it.
Fantastic. We are running light in the hooker department, so if anyone knows of any, we might need some reinforcements in the end of the season.
Yeah. Here goes Christchurch with the back move.
Big hit there from, who was that?
Look like Ruben Elliston.
Yeah.
Here goes some razzle dazzle out on the wing from Sydenham. Ramaka throws it no one. There's Jay Smith thinking he's still in the scrum.
Referee said, no advantage, scrum time.
Knock on, forced error, right under Elliston. So this season, I've seen it all. I've seen Jay Smith go from open side to hooker. I've seen Con O'Brien, who I used to play with. He was a winger then, now he's a prop.
That is some change, actually. That's
he-
probably more impressive than Jay's.
He was a sprinter. He used to do one thing really well, and that's run straight. Run straight really fast.
Well, it's all he really needs to do at prop now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Run straight.
Smaller steps,
Yeah.
more impact.
Less speed.
There they go. That's a good scrum from Christchurch. Sydenham will get it though. They
Yeah.
just left off. Oh, a
know
bit of a
what
knock on
Ramaker's
from
doing
Sydenham there. No, ref says it's flat. Christchurch get the ball
Curtis
away.
McDonald.
Scrambling here, Sydenham. How he got away with that, I don't know.
Good
Solomon
clean up
Alamalo.
there by Solomon Alamalo.
Jack McLeod with a goosey.
That's a good carry by your mate Connor there.
Yep. That's all you need to do, left to right. Should always do something with the ball. You can throw a dummy, do a side step, do a fin, do a spin, do something. I see so many players just run straight into the contact. It doesn't feel right to me watching rugby. I think there should always be some deception in there.
Well, we always
Exactly.
talk when you're carrying the 4 Fs, and the first one is feet. So you've got to put a bit of footwork in.
Yep.
So, like you say, you've got to do something to make the defender think.
Dare I ask what the other 3 Fs are?
And bend,
Oh, yeah.
fight, and finish.
Oh, yes. Yep. What do you think? Just a random question. What do you think about players who score tries with one hand? They put the ball down with one hand. You accept that?
Oh, it's very risky. Remember a few years back watching the All Blacks and Rico Ioane, he dropped the ball doing that. So I think you just, less at the showboating, just get the 5 points. Here comes,
Abraham! Oh, a filthy offload to Curtis McDonald.
I think it's, or is it Corban?
Corban in 23? 19 maybe? Don't know what number he had on his back.
No, it's Cody Gallagher.
Ah, yes.
Sorry.
His first season in the Premiers after captaining the Colts for a number.
In fact, actually, I've played with Cody at Nelson.
Really?
Yeah, one season. He came up straight out of Christchurch Boys High and played a season with us up there.
Oh, nice.
And then he came back and played for Sydenham.
He's always had rugby on his mind, that boy. Sydenham here looking, they're getting the big numbers out. O'Brien off to Flynn.
That's that man I told you. He's over. Seb Flynn.
All right, you can't stop him. What an athlete. He's one of those classic guys, second 15, just like Matt Bateman, always second 15. And then all of a sudden, when people leave high school, they're not that first 15, they're not the best anymore. And everyone else catches up. And yeah, it's good to see them out there being so effective.
That was a fun fact actually about Ethan Blackadder. He never actually played first 15 or rugby at school very much. And he played Bees rugby for Nelson for a couple of years, and then he made the first team at Nelson, and then he went off from there. Never actually wanted to play rugby professionally, and so you never know where these players are going to come from. You know.
It reminds me of, I never thought I was going to be involved with Sydenham Rugby until I came down and watched a Saracens game, of all things. No, not Saracens, Cavaliers, one step older. There's a Curtis McDonald kick. Off to the left. First one on the day. But the Cavaliers, they just said, can you come down and take some pictures? And I came down, I was standing on the sideline eating a double cheeseburger, and Ben Rhodesy threw me a pair of boots and said, you're wearing a Sydenham top, you're wearing shorts, you're wearing Sydenham socks. Why aren't you playing? He threw me, so I put on some boots 3 sizes too small, if you've ever felt that. And I played the Cavaliers a couple of years ago, and it was just so nice to be so included, and just, it was so fun. Like, even though I was versing all the old guys, I wasn't fit. I was just, I was the same position as them, really. And it gave me a little taste for rugby again, and then I found my way back into doing this stuff, live streaming, and it's just heaps of fun, really. And I know everyone loves watching it back and seeing try-lights. So, man, if you're out there and you're like, oh, I think I want to play rugby again, think of Ethan Blackadder and me, and come down and give it a go. We've got heaps of teams. Women's on their way up as well. Tank Tom, she featured 2 weeks ago and spoken to that.
It's awesome to see, isn't it?
Yeah.
Expanding the women's game.
Well, it's expanding the game. Everyone gets to go. We've got old people, young people, male or female, doesn't matter. Kids all the way from 5 up. I think we got one of the biggest junior grades in Christchurch, which is what other clubs are jealous of, really. We had enough interest at Colts this year that we had under
18s, wasn't it?
Yeah, which is a funny thing, because I played under 18s for Sydenham, and it's all the people to me who don't go to a rugby school, but they just really want to play, and they obviously couldn't play under Cashmere. So
Oh, big scrum there from Christchurch.
wow,
Dolan.
well, but a nice move from the 8 there to.
Oh, intercepted. Caelan McDonald, he is on fire today.
Oh, he gets out of the tackle.
I don't know what Ramaka is doing with his passing today.
It's all right. You get to tell him first face you play with him.
I will later.
That's what I like about you, Nick. You're honest.
Constructive feedback.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
Bump off there. Who was that?
Hey, I just want to tell you, I've seen way better from you, mate. No. Oh no, the Christchurch players are just falling over. So I'm just passing it through the hands, sort of having a go. Not too much structure, but they're all, the general idea of going forward is there. Who's going to blow this over? They're a little bit slow to their own ruck, Sydenham, at the moment, because I think they're all just sort of having a go.
Everyone wants to meet fire today.
And to me, that's why they're not actually scoring as many points as they did in the first half.
Yeah, if they stuck to the structure, then they'd be putting more on the scoreboard.
New players on the field. Oh, yeah, it's close.
I think Jack McLeod's come off now. He's done his part.
So Sasu Tanawai is on.
Great try there. Who was that?
Is that Abrahama for a second.
Last game for Sydenham this year.
No
He is
way.
off to foreign shores, off to France. So,
What?
yeah, did you not know that?
No.
Or is that new news?
That's news to everyone on the live stream.
Oh, well,
This just in.
he's sending it off today.
We don't just need hookers, we need locks. What's going on? It's one of those bittersweet things about supporting a team that's been doing well. Like, we won the championship last year, and then everyone's like, well, that was pretty good. And they sort of either moved on to another area or sort of hung up the boots. And here we are. I should stop asking people in my little 5-minute interviews what team they want to play for overseas, because people are starting to get picked up, aren't they? Where's he going in France?
Oh, I think pass on that one. Can't remember the name of the team. I don't want to say something and not get it right. So
Yeah.
and that's good from Curtis McDonald that time. That's the extras. What does that bring us up to now?
61-0.
Definitely looking like a good early innings in the cricket scores.
61 not out.
Going back to your point about the winning thing. So last year, yeah, it was a fantastic year, and I guess for a lot of those people, you know, they'd been at the club waiting, 23 years for us to win
Since
a title.
1999.
Exactly. And so, you know, to get that accomplishment was fantastic. And for some of those boys, they've been waiting that long, and they, thought, I've done it now. I can move on.
It was a huge relief. For me, watching and being a Sydenham fan my whole life as well, it was such a nice. It was not an instant feeling. It was like it felt good the whole way to the win, and then it still kind of feels good today. Like, I don't really care that Sydenham are not top of the table undefeated. I don't mind. I like that it's back to rugby. It's back to, you're working with what you got. You got your local guys. You got a few good guys coming in trying to make the next level, and it's everything that makes Premier Rugby. I haven't heard anyone argue with me saying that this is the hardest Premier competition in the country.
I wouldn't argue with you. Even coming from Nelson.
I've heard Auckland's pretty good, but they can't beat us when we're Canterbury, so I reckon this must be the hardest. And to have local guys working this hard in their lives to put on a show like this every Saturday, it's so much fun. And here goes Sydenham again, just on the halfway line there. Curtis McDonald's on a massive break. He slows down his run just a little bit. Oh, a huge tackle there from the fullback.
They might have stolen this.
That was a really good tackle. Christchurch unlucky. It's just knocked it on again. Handling errors and not quite looking up in defence today.
I'd hate to see that step, but
Yeah.
it's not even like the conditions are that bad out there either.
One thing you can guarantee watching a Sydenham live stream is we will not give you any stats but the score. We're not counting anything. For the love of the game.
What if we have a break now and just have a look at those scores around the region?
Oh, yeah. Impressive. Belfast are beating Burnside 21-0.
Wow. Up the Vipers.
There you go. The Cobras, I believe, actually.
No, Vipers is...
Vipers is UC.
UC,
who are
sorry,
also winning
Cobras, yeah.
40-17 over Sumner. So
Oh, well.
Sumner looked like they had a roaring start and something's happened there. It's at UC, so that's all right. We're also seeing high school boys 19 points up over New Brighton, which is 8. Continued their winning ways from last week when they did a good job against us. And Linwood holding on 28-14 at Shirley. So coming back.
Upset, I think.
A few upsets there, yep. And shows how close this competition is.
Been like that this year, though. I think everyone can beat anyone on their day.
Yeah, I mean, I just think about that Sumner one. Like, I've never seen them play that such good rugby. They made every tackle back in round 2. So good on Sumner for just their quality just keeps getting better and better every year. Sydenham attacking here through the middle.
Jay Smith with another big carry.
It's so good. I think it's just, I just love commenting on Jay Smith because he's been here since he was the best tackler when he was 7 years old, sort of thing. And he was here doing commentary 2 weeks ago. And now he's back out here playing hooker. It's just funny.
Well, he's someone giving back to the club, isn't he? You know?
Yep.
Oh, bit of a wayward pass, but it's come off.
Is Abraham
Great offload.
Offload to Delica.
It is.
There we go, your man Cody.
Young man with the meat pie, love it.
Smiling.
Good to see him with a bit of emotion.
Yeah. No, he's got a nice smile, Cody. No, it's always things that catch him off guard, I find, that you get the best reaction out of him.
Mm.
Good man.
Sydenham putting the foot on the throttle now. Like we said, sticking to structure, and then it pays rewards, you know?
Yep. Yeah, I don't know why teams slow down in second halves. I think just put 100 on. Just say you did it.
Well, it helps
And respect to Christchurch, but I just think you keep playing to win. It's a workout as well.
helps the points differentiation at the end of the season, doesn't it? So
Yep. And the fans need it for every loss that they forgive you for. They want to see you do a big game like this.
100%. And if we can give them a good donut, Christchurch, that's even better. Because we've shipped about 30 points a game in the other games, so
Yep.
shows the defense needs to, shoring up.
Hey, tell me about that that tackle you put on that guy earlier in the season. I think it was the Sumner game.
Sumner one, or was it the UC one?
Oh, it could have been the UC
Might have
one.
been
Sorry.
the UC one, because I think it was.
What are they calling you now? The chiropractor.
Oh, that was just a wee
One off.
nickname. Actually came from either from Max Hughes or Two Mama, actually. It was, I don't know how it stuck, but it somehow has.
I've been watching all those TikToks.
Yeah.
Practice.
Well, I think with as good as the nickname is, it's now caused me a bit of trouble being injured with my shoulders. So maybe next time, when I get back on the field, I need to calm it down a bit, I think.
And for those that don't know you, there's something going on with your accent there, and I know not everyone watches all our Facebook content. Can you tell me where are you from?
Oh, well, originally from the UK, so England, born in England and raised in Yorkshire, the mighty Yorkshire. Wouldn't have the accent though. So I would love to have the accent. But yeah, made my way over here when I was 18. But brought up there, went to school there.
Who's your famous Yorkshire players playing out there in the leagues at the moment, or for any national teams, or a recent one that you can think of?
Oh,
Who's your local legend?
that is a good question. I grew up. This is not that there aren't any professional sides in Yorkshire. There used to be Leeds Carnegie, or I think they became Yorkshire Carnegie. But I grew up supporting the Newcastle Falcons, and back in the day we had the likes of Matt Burke, the old Australian fullback, Carl Heyman, the old All Black prop. I'd say the local guy from there, probably Matthew Tate. He played a few games for England. Almost scored in the... I think he did score actually in the 2007 World Cup final against South Africa. He used to play for the Falcons, and he was probably my idol back in the day.
Nice.
When I was a wee man. So we have Sydenham camped in their own 22 here now.
Yeah. I mean, go
Stop them.
Christchurch. They've had a hard match, 68-0. Let's see them give it their best shot. They put a big scrum on before. Whatever they did there, then they'll need to put that in here.
Referee's not happy with that one. Never understand what goes on in those scrums, why they have to call it up so many times as a back myself. Just get it in, get it out, boys.
I like it when you watch those old videos and they're sort of already bound. And there's not too much technique into it. They're just sort of holding the front row back, and then they just go, and go. And then they just get in, Get it done with.
I actually saw a video the other day of the evolution of the scrum.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it looked so dangerous back in the day, but
Can you get us that video? We need to put it in the comments.
100% I'll find it.
I think we need to get some people need to make some YouTube accounts because I'm not seeing any comments in there. I almost need to put some incentive out there so you get people to do stuff, right?
Yeah.
A beer at the bar or chocolate fish, something like that. And also, a good thing to put in the comments would be, who do you want to see interviewed in the Sydenham team? Obviously, Caleb's going overseas.
Well, if you could get him before he leaves, that'd be great.
I did actually do him a couple of years ago before he went to Southland, which is nice. He talked well. Got a lot to say, a lot of history. He's got a funny rivalry with Trent Harris too, the
stolen there.
injured cap.
Here we go.
Wow. Was that a grubber?
It was, but he...
Taken back?
I think so. Yeah, scrum 5.
Oh.
Exciting breakaway there from Sydenham. How good is it to see Solomon Alai-Milo back in the red and blue?
Yeah, and we get him the whole season, I've heard.
We do, yeah. So he's he's down. He's down for the rest of the year, so that's great.
That's awesome. He's big, he's fast, he kicks, he just plays technical, because he's played at the high level. He set up lots of tries and been involved in lots of them. He's quiet and a nice guy. I think that all those things make someone you can enjoy watching. I really don't like, guys who are absolute mongrels and not that nice. I like being the nice guys that win. You don't have to be too nice. Just he's I get behind him. Good guy. You can tell commentary is not my number one thing, guys. Stepping in here a wee bit.
No, that's fine. He's doing a great job.
Just say again for next week as well versus Linwood in the Mark Flynn Memorial Trophy, we do have Kieran Lindsay and Dan Franson running the commentary.
Oh, the old boys are back.
Yeah. So if you got anything you want them to talk about, you can leave that in the comments as well. Thanks to my producer, he's just bought me a Dorito Thai sweet chili chip. Nick can't have one, obviously, because he's a professional athlete.
Yeah, you just got to watch those skin balls these days. They creep in.
You don't get into the tough stuff by eating Doritos all day like me. Sydenham seem to have gone the line out there off a wee bit of a scrap, but handed it back to Christchurch. Christchurch throwing it through the back line now. We offload there to the reserve halfback. Apologies for not knowing the names of the players. It is a young team, to be fair. Just got my eyes on the game also.
Oh, great break through the middle there from Christchurch.
Oh, Goosey from the lock. Got ankle tapped by Alai-Milo.
Good rush defense there from Sydenham. We've actually been practicing that a lot, Asher.
That's how what the Chiefs were known for and the Waikato were known for back in the day. Now everyone seems to do it.
Intercept.
Abrahama, take a bout. He's being chased by the centre.
Running away
Will he
to
get
France.
him? It's a try.
What a score.
Wow. 2 runaway tries to Abrahama. Hey, I bought his jersey in the auction the other week. Just claim to fame.
What a player he is, and we are going to miss him actually. But he's signed out with an absolute bang today.
Unbelievable.
Just read that one like a book.
Just stick the knife in and twist it, will you? He's leaving and he plays his best game of footy right today. Ugh.
Well, maybe the grass is green on the other side over in France. But
No.
we'll miss him. But great to see him out and back in the red and blue this year after a couple of years off down the Southland.
Look, we're back on the park. If you want to catch him for a chat now that he's gone, I'm sure he'll be happy to see you. Come down to the Sydenham Rugby Club on the field here at Sydenham Park. Entry from the field, I mean. After the game, speeches at 5 o'clock and the general seniors speeches 5:30. And the game on at 7 o'clock, I think it is. Man, what a run. Did you get that kick? I think so. He was just sheep it.
Actually, wasn't paying attention to that.
That's all right. I really, counting the score at this point is too much. But this is the biggest Sydenham has scored in at least the last 5 years against any team.
What was our score against Belfast last? That was quite high.
It's about 60.
I think they did.
In the 60s.
Yeah.
Oh, this year it was 50.
Last year.
Last year's in the 60s. No. Yeah.
Oh, no, I remember we scored a lot.
Whoever go next. There's a bit of shape there to Sydenham, and I don't know when they did it, but it looks like they have decided to keep playing in their systems, which I think is why we're starting to see those points rack on again.
Must be some tired bodies out there now.
Yep.
Can't be long left in this second half.
No.
That stolen there. It is. Jay Smith again. He's a workhorse.
Crowd favourite. So.
Oh, great offload there from up at a Hummer.
Oh, Seb Flynn. Will he give it to a McDonald?
Is that
He
the hat
does. He goes Curtis.
That is the hat trick.
There's the hat trick. That's the one he's looking for. Oh no.
Nearly knocking down on the 80 points today.
What will the brothers say to that?
Caleb, well, you said he was angry. He will be fuming now that his brother's overtaken him.
I mean, well, on Caleb and Ethan's side of things, did Curtis really have to do much work there?
No, I think all the work actually was done by Caleb up at a Hummer with that offload. Fantastic. One-handed offload, and then back to Seb Flynn, who did lots of the running.
Oh, we're just getting delivered chips here from all the youngins.
Not a bad setup you got in here, actually, Asher.
I sit up and then I sit down every Saturday we do this. That's my producer asking the same question that Christchurch will be asking. Is it over? Looks like we might be coming to an end soon.
Yeah, I think that might have been last play. The boys are on the park.
Managers to come on. So I'll just do a huge shout out to Nick Foxley here. Thanks. Last minute call in to help me with the comments for the game here. I hope you've enjoyed yourself.
I have actually, and if I'm off next week or the week, not next week, but the week after, then
send you in for some comments as well.
100%, I'll be back if you need me.
I know Jay Smith's keen, Aaron Flynn's been keen, and once you get a taste for it, you can't stop.
Yeah, especially when you're injured, you got nothing else to do, and better than standing out there in the cold.
Yep.
Still get to comment on the boys.
Yep, that's game.
I think there was a conversion there.
So that is a cricket score, 80-0 to Sydenham. Let's just do a quick wrap up for the super fans. Who do you think player of the game, Nick?
Well, can we look past Curtis McDonald? I think only maybe Caleb Upperhammer, actually.
Yep.
He scored 2 tries himself and then created that one at the end. He'd be my shout, other than one of the McDonald brothers. And seeing as he's leaving, I'll give it to Caleb.
Yep, it's pretty good. And a good team effort all around the park. Yeah, appreciate everyone who's stuck for the whole game. I'm just going to say good coaching, good teamwork from Sydenham. Didn't let any tries in. And all the best to Christchurch and the rest of their season. Now, I know with a young team, they'll be really looking to work on a lot. all over their park as they establish their new side. Yeah, really appreciate everyone for watching. We'll be at the Sydenham Club in a few minutes, no doubt. We'll be back here next week against Linwood, and the following week against Burnside, and then after that at Lincoln Uni the rest of the season, and into finals after that. So Sydenham, we need your support down here at the park to cheer on the boys, get the wins we need to get as high up that top 8 as we can. And yep, have a great evening, everyone. We'll end the broadcast here.
Thanks for having me, Asher.
All right, thanks, Nick, and go the Crusaders! Go Sydenham Rugby!